My name is David Fleming from Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we're focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, we're studying revival outpourings throughout church history, and over the past several videos, we've been studying about the Great Awakening, the Second Great Awakening that took place in America at the latter part of the 1700s going into the 1800s. Now, we studied a couple of videos ago about how it started in colleges, outpourings of the Holy Spirit in colleges, and then there was a massive outpouring that took place in the Western frontier, the Wild, Wild West, as they called it. It is almost unspeakable what God did as he began to pour out his Holy Spirit in the Western frontier. There were many converted to Christianity in that outpouring. Thousands upon thousands of people gathered together to hear the gospel preached. They would travel hundreds of miles on horseback, some walking from long distances, taking their families on wagons just to get together to hear the gospel preached. Anywhere it's up to 25,000 people joined together in, especially in Cane Ridge, that kind of became the center of the revival movement in the Western frontier. There were many wild and very loud demonstrative manifestations that took place during that outpouring, but we talked about that yesterday. What I want to emphasize today is that more important than the physical manifestations was the fact that lives were changed during the Second Great Awakening. David Rice, a minister and leader in the Presbyterian Church at that time, gave an important assessment of the 1803 outpouring that took place in 1803 concerning the results that had been accomplished during the Second Great Awakening. He proposed that there had been an increase in prayer because of the outpouring. He also said that there was a massive increase in those who repented and put their faith in Jesus because of the outpouring. He said lives had dramatically been changed. Another thing that he noted was that family devotions were now becoming an important part of every family life. He also noted that the Spirit of God had given the church a revelation of God's love, a renewed burden for the lost, and a new emphasis on sanctification, which is really just being separated from the world, giving yourself over to God for him to use you as he sees fit. This particular phase of the Second Great Awakening, what was known as the camp meeting phase, reached its peak in the 1830s, at which time another revival outpouring began through the ministry of a man that God raised up. His name was Charles Finney. And the way that the Lord used him is absolutely miraculous and phenomenal. So join me tomorrow. We're going to get started in researching the life and the ministry of Charles Finney. So I'll see you tomorrow.